Hi, and welcome to the last video about constructions. Our sixth construction that we're going to tackle is to build two congruent angles. The goal here is that given an angle, you can build an angle that's a congruent partner to that angle. All right, so I have my paper copy of notes ready to go. And over here in the digital notes, they're called notes, constructions. I'm moving on to section 6, the final section. All right, our goal is to use a compass and straight edge to construct an angle that is congruent to angle A. We need a congruent angle. All right, let's see. Step 1. Begin by drawing a ray with an endpoint. So I'm going to grab my straight edge tool to draw a ray and fit it right there. Doesn't tell us how long to make it, so I'll just make it nice and long. Step 2. Place the compass on point A, which is the original angle, and draw an arc that intersects both sides of the angle. Start here, okay? This seems familiar. Seems like every time we're working with angles, this is our starting place to draw an arc that intersects both sides of the angle. Now, without changing the radius, place the compass at point B, which is the one we're making, and draw a long arc. So just copying that arc over. So don't change the size of the radius, just slide it over and make another long arc. Okay. Step 3. Set the radius of the compass to the length of C to D. Right, so we want to use our compass to measure the distance from C to D. Doesn't matter which way, I guess. Okay, I'm going to have to squeeze this shut a little bit. Set it up just right. Okay, so that pencil tip to the plus sign of my compass measures the distance from C to D. Okay, now without changing that setting, place the compass on point E and draw an arc that intersects the previous one. So using that exact same setting, come on over and copy it to create a line of intersection. Finally, step 3, final step, draw the end of the angle, the second side of the angle. Got my straight edge, go to the vertex, draw out through that line of intersection there, and we have built a perfect pair of congruent angles. All right, let's see if we can practice SOL style. Well, this question, they've already done the construction for you. You are trying to figure out what's happening. It says the drawing shows the arcs used to construct. What are we constructing? An angle given to a given angle. Well, if we finish up this construction, you're going to find that that's exactly what we're constructing, two congruent angles. So our answer is A. These other answers don't make sense. A bisector of a given line. We were given an angle, not a line. None of these lines are being bisected, so that's out. A perpendicular, there's nothing perpendicular in this entire picture. No right angles here, so that's out. And a bisector of a given angle. If we were constructing a bisector, we would have to be cutting this angle in half. So that one's out as well. I like these style of questions because they're really just making sure you understand your vocabulary and making sure you understand what you are drawing. All right, here's my last example for you in the series. It says an angle congruent to angle A is being constructed. Which ray could be drawn to construct an angle congruent to A? All right, so we're working on this congruent angle. They've already drawn the ray that we need. So we're on to step 2. Place the compass at point A and draw an arc that intersects both sides of the angle. That's our go-to first step for angles. Over here at angle A, draw an arc that intersects both sides. Now, using that exact same radius, come over to the second ray and draw a corresponding angle. Excuse me, a corresponding arc. All right, then step 3, measure the distance from intersection to intersection on your first angle, on the original angle. A nice measure. Using that exact same measurement, come over to the second angle, the angle that you're constructing, and draw an arc of intersection. Switch over to the straight edge, and when you connect between the vertex and the point of intersection, you will have built a perfect congruent angle. Our line cuts straight through point C, which means ray BC constructs the perfect congruent angle. We did it! Congratulations, you have finished your series on constructions. There is more practice. I'm going to load up a practice online. There's also practice with the handheld tools that you can do in class. If you have any questions or need any help at all, come find me, and happy studying.